Hello students, here we are with Chapter 2 Vocabulary. Let's take a look, and don't forget to take the quiz on the next page. You'll get 2 attempts. There are 3 questions, but they're like matching. So there's really 5 questions in each of those questions. So really it's 15 questions, and it's worth a total of 15 points. So let's get started. Capital is money or goods used to help people make or do things. Entrepreneurship is the act of running a business or taking on the risks of that business. An entrepreneur is a business owner. It's a fancy word for business owner. Supply is the amount of good or service that a producer wants to sell. We'll change that to goods. Demand is the amount of something that a consumer wants to buy. So you might have a supply of Tickle Me Elmos, and if you have a low supply, then you might have a lot of demand. Scarcity is the lack of a resource. Like you say something is scarce, that means there's not a lot of it. Opportunity cost is what is given up, such as time or money, to make or buy something. Traditional economy is an economic system in which custom decides what people do, make, buy, and sell. Custom as in like their culture, like what they're used to doing. Tradition, custom. You'll read about that in the book. We'll talk about it. Let's see. Command economy is an economic system in which a central government decides what goods are made and who will receive them. Mr. Young disapproves. Recession, a period of slow economic growth and decline. Mr. Young also disapproves. Inflation, a continued rise in prices or the supply of money. Also disapproves. Export is a good sent from one country to another. An import is a good brought into the country from another country. So export, away. Import, in. Barter is to trade by exchanging one good or service for another. That'd be like, I don't have a lot of money left this month, so I will tutor your children in history. In exchange, you will fix my car. Bartering. Globalization is the growth in free trade between countries. Representative government is a government in which citizens elect officials who govern. Federal system is a government in which it divides power between the central and state governments. Think about it. There's a Pennsylvania state government, but there's also the United States government. Federalism. Separation of powers is the division of power between branches of government. We have 3 branches of government. It actually talks about it in Lesson 3. You've got the legislative branch, they make the laws. The judicial branch interprets the laws, and the executive branch is supposed to enforce the laws. And checks and balances is a system in which each branch of government limits the power of the other branches. Everyone always thinks of this like one of the checks and balances the executive branch, being the president, has on the legislative branches. He has the power to veto bills. So that's an example of that. I'm sure we'll talk more about it when we get to Lesson 3. Remember, we have no Lesson 1. We're skipping that. So all this vocab is just from 2 and 3. So there's a lot of it. But, like I said, you can, you have access to pretty much everything when you take the quiz here on the next page. And you get 2 tries, so there's no reason you can't ace it. Maybe after this chapter I'll start putting stuff down to 1 attempt. Sort of going easy because it's the start of the school year. So there we have it. If you need anything or have any questions, concerns, let me know. Have a good one.